Everything is ready. The two then found the top-notch counterfeiter, and the fake money was ready. It's exactly like the real deal. Back home, Black reminded them it was crucial cash to Lance for safekeeping. With the plan set, they rushed to the mansion, but downstairs Lance found the cash gone. Oh no, this is bad. Did it fall on the way? The two retraced their steps, but there was no sign of the cash at the bar. Black had just one word for them: losers. As con artists, how could they make such a rookie mistake? Lance couldn't take it anymore and argued with Black, only to get kicked out by the other. Back home, Lance vented, then came up with a brilliant idea. The old lady didn't know the cash true value, perfect for him to exploit. He then called the millionaire to say there was a small hiccup tonight. I'll give you national bonds tomorrow noon. He planned betrayal. Next day, he brought all his assets, disguised as an insurance agent again. Claimed damaging her treasures in last inspection, they'd compensate with $5 in down payment. Once contract signed, the rest wired to her account. The old lady foolishly signed the contract, and Lance's heart soared as he quickly dropped the mask of hypocrisy. You trusted me with this, remember? It's all legal. But the contract he just signed was not for insurance compensation. It was a low-price transfer agreement. Unbelievable, he even scammed the old lady. He then brought the cash to the millionaire, who carefully examined the bills. After confirming authenticity with a chemical test, he handed over $200 million. Walking out, Lance was thrilled like a child. However, when Lance excitedly opened the box, he found only a photo and a brick. It was like he signed up for a SpongeBob episode, and he rushed back home. The mansion was now empty. He felt something was wrong, went back, and found only a young couple back from vacation. He mentioned the old lady's name, but they didn't recognize her. What a twist. Meanwhile, the old lady came to the bar with $5 million, and the millionaire was actually Black in disguise. Turns out all of this was a trap set for Lance, and that counterfeit bill was actually swiped by Danny and handed off to passing Little May, including the cash during the deal with the millionaire, which was swiped by the guard when she wasn't paying attention. What a plot twist. But why would they do this to one of their? Turns out just days earlier, Lance had scammed an old lady out of all her savings using a brick, and that old lady just happened to be Danny's grandmother. This was truly a comedy of swindlers. Lance was racking his brain, filled with confusion. $5 million was all he had. To find answers, he returned to Black's bar only to find it sealed off by police tape. He approached to ask what had happened. An officer said they caught some swindlers. Do you know them? To avoid trouble. Lance's alliance denied knowing them and left. Sure enough, next, an excited officer entered the bar. It turned out officers were imposters. The scam team truly deserves top-tier status. Despite breaking the law, they had principles. When facing such low-tier thieves, they had to teach them a lesson to protect their reputation. And of course, the most important part, that $5 million would keep them splurging for quite a while. Now, let's see how a top-notch con artist makes his money. The man was dealt a terrible hand, but he held his breath, and with a flick of his fingers, his cards magically transformed, leading to yet another big win. However, the casino boss noticed this act, and Old White got knocked out and sent to the hospital. Black and the others rushed over and, seeing their teammate's condition, decided to step out for revenge. They were the top con team, terrifying millionaires. This target was tricky, according to intel. Boss Peter has countless businesses and is ruthless. Troublemakers on his turf end up dead or hurt. Yet the tougher the opponent, the more excited Black got. He sent Morgan's crew to track him 24/7 and found Peter often visited a roadside stand for magazines, briefcase in hand. It seemed what was in the briefcase was crucial to him. They planned to seize the chance when the waiter wasn't watching. They poured a bottle of laxative into Peter's drink. Before long, the waiter brought it to the table, and an unsuspecting Peter downed it in one gulp. 3 minutes later, Peter felt a sudden urge and rushed to the restroom. While outside, Morgan got the signal. He sat on Peter's car, and the alarm blared, drawing in the bodyguards. Once they left, the two quickly opened Peter's computer. They copied old data using a USB. Then, Peter emerged from the restroom, feeling it wasn't right, and went back. In the meantime, they successfully retrieved all the computer information, and back home, they opened the USB drive only to discover the old man was a total movie. Most of the files stored were all about movies. Black immediately came up with a perfect strategy. He turned Danny and Little May into cover stars for a magazine. Meanwhile, Morgan went to the newsstand Peter frequently visited and placed their magazines in a prominent spot while the owner wasn't. When Peter walked by, he was captivated by the looks and curiously took a copy. Next up was grabbing a luxury car. Black swiped a car key from the security room, and the next moment, a Lamborghini roared out. At this rate, they even saved on parking. Soon after, Danny drove the luxury car to the hotel where Peter was staying. Seeing such a flamboyant arrival, Peter went in to see who it was. When their eyes met, he felt a sense of DJ Corin's Vu. It was the star from the magazine cover. He eagerly invited Danny to chat, loving movies but lacking artistic touch, only following trends. After chatting, they became friends. Danny said she'd host investors that night. Peter assured her he'd make her proud. That night, Black and Morgan pretended to be investors and followed Danny into the casino. After a few drinks, Morgan acted drunk, insisting on finding the jester first. Danny asked Peter's bodyguards to escort him home. The main event was about to begin.